In Chapter 16 of Two Blue Vortex, Kashin Koji tells Boruto that they both are a singularity of fate. Also, not only that, but Eida was watching that conversation as well, with Koji mentioning that he already knows she's going to be doing this. And I think that Eida being there was deliberately done for a reason. Now, what I meant by her being there for that particular conversation of Koji telling Boruto about singularity of fate is because I think Eida is another one who's a singularity of fate. One of the biggest themes in Boruto is about fate and if it can be changed or not. And with the information that we've received so far going back to part 1 and currently in part 2, it's clear that Eida, Koji, and Boruto are the singularity of fate trio. Boruto for obvious reasons, because not only is he the main character, but even going back to part 1 when Toneri was speaking about Boruto or to him directly, he would always basically say that Boruto would play a pivotal role in the fate of the world. Also acknowledging that when he does this, he hopes that the Jogan is active by the time it happens. Toneri even questioned if Boruto would win his battle against fate until the very end. Going from that to Momoshiki telling Boruto about his fate to lose everything. Eventually, because of omnipotence, this does take place because he lost his friends for the most part, his family, and his home. And it's pretty clear that at some point he's going to gain all that back, but for now he has to live with his unfortunate circumstances. Then we have Kashin Koji. He's someone that was supposed to die in his battle against Ishiki, but managed to escape once his 10 Directions Shinjutsu activated. Koji is a man who is capable of seeing the fates of different people depending on what timeline it is and what decisions are made. So even though he started out as someone who we thought wasn't going to be a long-term character in the series, he turned into one of the most key important figures in the whole thing. Finally, we're on to Eida. From the moment we saw Eida make her debut in the series and we got to know more about her, it was revealed that she has a broken ability with her charming powers, which makes her untouchable in a way. But once omnipotence was casted, it was game over, because not only was she the blue eyes that caused Boruto to lose everything, but the very concept of what omnipotence is and the fact of how it can be used and what it's used for, and now that we see this teenage girl has this godly power that once belonged to Shibai, who became an actual god, and he more than likely used it to rewrite whatever fate or reality he pleases. That in turn makes Eida a rarity and one of the most crucial people and a part of the singularity of fate. With all that being said, this trio are the singularity of fate for a reason. I honestly think that these three will work together down the road. Koji and Boruto already work with one another, and Eida has stated that she does want to speak with Boruto. So when those two finally do speak, I can see her getting added on board, especially when you consider the fact that she can use her Senrigan to sit in on Boruto and Koji's conversation anytime she wants, and she followed Koji's orders on not telling anyone about the contents of what they were discussing, because she knew it was important. So it's pretty clear she can keep her mouth shut, which is important for this situation. And realistically, they can't lie to her anyways, because she can always just go see what the truth is. Ultimately, the fate of the world will rely on those three. Koji being the guide for the fate of the world, Boruto being the one who has to get down and dirty to make the change for a better fate, and Eida the wild card, because even though she appears to be on the right side, she still has the omnipotence. And depending on what it's casted on, and due to her not having control over it, she can throw the whole plan out of whack and it may lead to something bad. Or it'll lead to something even better that no one sees coming. Or if she does ever gain control over it, it'll be very interesting to see what she does with it. So she needs to be handled very carefully. Look, it's so many possibilities that can happen, and I'm really excited for it. And I'm really curious to see who else may be a singularity of fate. Unfortunately, that's all for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Take care and have a great day.